All right, the goal here is to see what happens when projects don't have any CI that's defined, at least no GitLab CI. So maybe it's using some external Jenkins CI, but without the GitLab integration. And for this demo, I'm going to try with a new project. So I'm going to create a project with a template. And this demonstrates that, okay, newly created projects still benefit from security policies and amongst policies, the execution policies that enforce new scans. So this project, when it's created, because it's part of a group where those policies are enforced, let's say, okay, I'm going to start working on a new feature. So I'm going to add a login page and I'm going to create a merge request. And this is day one of my project, right? I've just created it. And I don't care about CI, I don't care about security. I'm just here to develop, right? So let me code in the web IDE and let me create, I don't know, I'm just going to create any Python file. And in order to create a vulnerability to demonstrate this, I'm going to use a personal access token. Right, so I know it has 20 characters and let's say URL equals. All right, I think that's enough coding for today. So let me just commit this. All right, add Python script, including a secret. All right, let's commit. Great, now let's go to the merge request. And again, I've set up nothing here, only coding inside the new project. And you see that the pipeline has triggered. Actually, two have triggered. The first one when I created the pipeline, and the second one when I first pushed code. And let's look at the pipeline. All right, so it has a secret detection job and a static analysis job. All right, now that it has finished, let's go back to the merge request. And you can see that, all right, I'm going to refresh this page just to have everything clean. And you see the merge request is blocked because we need an approval because we detected vulnerabilities, right? We have a GitLab personal access token that's in the code, which is a critical vulnerability. Now, how does the setup of this work? Well, if I go to policies, I see that this project does have some policy in place, and they're actually inherited from the parent group. So what happens is when you configure scans on a group level, so for instance on this group, then they get cascaded to all the subgroups and projects inside it, including newly created groups. Now let's look at the policies we have. We have some periodic scans in order to scan projects that are not developed anymore. Maybe there are no code pushes on those. However, we still want to periodically look for vulnerabilities. We also want to scan on all branches, meaning on all pushes to all branches. This could also be set up to, let's have a look. This could also be set up to trigger every time every time code is pushed to protected branches, default branches, or I could even specify which protected branches I would want to trigger. So I could trigger main, I could trigger develop, etc. And I could use wildcards for this. And finally, approval rules, which requires the approval that we saw earlier. Right, so this is a new capability introduced in GitLab 16.2, and it should allow to cover, once again, projects that are not developed anymore, projects that do not have a GitLab CI pipeline because there's no CI at all, or third option, because there's an external CI tool. Thank you.